Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Sylvester of the FantasyPros Football Podcast, and today I've got my top 5 waiver wire pickups for Week 7 of your fantasy football season. Now this week's waiver wire is not especially impressive, so I wouldn't recommend spending more than 5 or 6 fat bucks on any of these guys, but let's get to the list, and we'll start at the top, where I've got number 5, wide receiver of the New England Patriots, Jacoby Myers. There's a lot going against Myers right now because he's not playing that many snaps. N'Keal Harry returned to practice, Rex Burkhead's coming back soon. So if you need a wide receiver right now, maybe turn to Dante Pettis or Cole Beasley, who have good matchups this week. The appeal with Myers though, and the reason I have him as my number 1 wideout pickup this week, is because of his long-term upside. Pettis and Beasley, nor Jamison Crowder or Auden Tate are going to be anything more than streamers, so you might as well stash the most talented of the group. Because if anything happens to the injury-prone Julian Edelman or the suspension-prone Josh Gordon, we've got ourselves a weekly fantasy start in Jacoby Myers. And number 4, we'll jump on over to running back, where I've got Alexander Madison of the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings finally threw the ball in Week 6, but it was against the Eagles because you have to throw the ball against the Eagles. Their run defense is great, their pass defense is lousy. More than likely, the Vikings are going to return to running the ball as much as any team in football. Now, Madison isn't Dalvin Cook, but he can be a workhorse and would assume Cook's 3-down role if there were to be an injury. That would make him a strong RB2 or low RB1 each week that Madison would be the starter. At number 3, we've got our top streaming quarterback of the week. It's Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. It isn't common that you can pick up a top 8 quarterback for the upcoming week, but that's exactly what we have in Allen, who draws a home contest against the abysmal Miami Dolphins in Week 7. Not only that, but you won't have to cut Allen for another streamer after his matchup, since he takes on Philly in Week 8, Washington in Week 9, Cleveland in Week 10, Miami again in Week 11. In fact, you might be able to ride him all the way to the fantasy playoffs. At number 2, it's back at running back, where I've got Chase Edmonds of the Arizona Cardinals. The situation for Edmonds is much like Madison in Minnesota, as Edmonds has no competition for the 3-down workhorse role if David Johnson suffers an injury. The difference between the two, of course, is that Arizona runs a faster tempo. They have a better schedule, and most importantly, Edmonds is already involved enough to justify a fringe flex start most weeks. He now has 153 yards and 2 scores over just the last 2 weeks combined. And another running back is at the very top of the list. At number 1, I have Latavius Murray of the New Orleans Saints. Both Chase Edmonds and Alexander Madison are excellent handcuffs. We might as well throw Tony Pollard's name into the mix as well. But the best handcuff available this week is Latavius Murray, who's one Alvin Kamara injury away from being a weekly RB1. With Drew Brees coming back any week and upcoming matchups against Arizona, Atlanta, and Tampa, Murray might even be start-worthy in the Mark Ingram role behind Alvin Kamara. Alright guys, that's all for my top 5 waiver wire pickups for Week 7. Make sure to let us know what you think in the comments section, and like and subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your football.